Mugluck here, and I cannot stand farming for gold. I'm bad at flipping items on the trading post, and I don't have the patience to run circles in Silver Waste farming gold for hours. Despite that, many players who tune into my streams claim that I'm rich. Now, I'm no guild MM, 1 million gold, but with a few small habits, I make enough gold to buy anything I want in the game, including legendaries whenever the mood strikes me. Here's how. This is my daily routine. In Guild Wars 2, there are many ways to make gold. I found a few methods that give a lot of gold for a short amount of work, even if you can only do those methods once a day. Then I just made sure to do them each day I played. This results in a constant income of nearly every resource in the game, which you can keep or sell for gold at any time. First up, the home instance. Whether you know it or not, you have a home instance in every race's capital city in Guild Wars 2. These aren't quite the same as player housing from other MMOs, but you can install nodes in them which can be farmed once a day. These are connected, so farming the home instance in the human capital will also mark it as done for the day in the other capitals. A home instance that has every single node available in-game is referred to as a full home. You will occasionally see people saying LFG full home, meaning they want to join a group with someone farming their fully stocked home instance so that they can get a copy of the loot. Note, it is a copy of the loot. It does not take anything away from the instance's owner when you do this. If you wish to build up your own home instance, I have a video guide for that I will link down below. Note, if you do not wish to invest in building up a home instance, that's totally fine. Just join someone else that's going into theirs each day. I personally recommend Rat Assumes, and not just because I enjoy playing Asura. All the nodes there are in a small circle, and I find it very fast to get them all. At the time of this video's recording, one lap around a fully optimized home instance, picking up everything, is worth over 12 gold. This takes a few minutes. It can be done once each day. This also gets you some of every holiday currency and every Living World Season 3 and 4 currencies, making projects like the Path of Fire Skyscale and the legendaries Aurora and Vision much easier. Or you can consume those currencies for volatile and unbound magic, which I'll touch on more soon. Second up is guild halls. Each day you can port into your guild hall and, similar to the home instance, just pick up the free stuff at the nodes. What many people don't know is that you could do this at up to 5 guild halls. Now, the common response I get to this statement is, well, when I farm one of my guilds, they all show up as farmed. The reason for that is the guild hall upgrades synthesis output. This upgrade has 5 tiers starting at level 0. So a guild will either not have this upgrade or have it at level 1, 2, 3, or 4. So if you were in a guild with max level synthesis output, which is level 4, and another guild with none at all, which is level 0, you could farm both. If you manage to get in 5 guilds that are level 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively, you can farm 5 guild halls free nodes per day. To really maximize your profits with a one-time setup, use one character for the guild hall and home instance farming. Use a character that can give itself quickness, that speeds up how fast you gather, and use a gathering tool that gives bonus stuff. The most profitable one most of the time are the volatile gathering tools. Note, you do not have to have an infinite gathering tool to use these. You can get a volatile glyph and put it on a normal gathering tool. The glyph will pop off after the tool breaks. Using an infinite tool just makes it easier. There are also disposable tools you could buy that give volatile magic, watchwork sprockets, etc. The fast farming community glyphs page has an excellent list of which glyphs and which karmic tools give the most bang for your buck. If you can't afford any of these options, just make it a goal. Get it later on and it will increase your daily income. Additionally, for other tips on how to min-max gathering tools, I'll link a guide to min-maxing gathering tools down below. Did you know transmuting the animation can make you gather faster? Okay, so at this point, I've farmed my home instance and my guild halls. I've been logged in about 10 minutes. There's one last thing that I do every day, a habit commonly referred to as alt parking. Alt parking is the practice of taking one of your alts or alternate characters that you aren't regularly playing at the moment and putting them next to something valuable, such as a treasure chest or a rich ore vein. Logging into that character once a day, opening said chest or mining said vein, then logging out. So you're logged into each character for about 10 seconds. If you have a few characters that you aren't playing regularly, it could be a massive amount of relaxed income parking them at treasure chests. Their level doesn't matter. There are treasure chests at the end of jump puzzles even in Lion's Arch that any level character can get to. If you include teleport to friends, you can park characters nearly anywhere in the world. The fast farming community site has a nice section on alt parking here, which I'll link down below, but I'm going to show my favorite spots that I use and why. In Crystal Oasis, the Sanctum of Nabka, there are 3 large treasure chests. One parked character here can open all 3 of these each day. This also gets you near passive income of trade contracts, which are a currency used in various projects, including a few legendaries. My next 3 characters are parked in Bjora Marches at the large treasure chest. I'll talk about how to turn the Eternal Ice Shards you get from these boxes into tier 6 materials or gold. The first chest is located here. However, there are 5 chests in this area. After opening it, if you have a prototype position rewinder or a rewind type ability, such as a Mesmer Portal or a Necro Spectral Walk, you can jump off the cliff, open 2 more, rewind, walk over here, open another, jump off, open 1 more, and rewind again. I'll have a guide on how to get the prototype position rewinder down below if you want it. The second chest is located here. After opening it, you can jump off the cliff, open 2 more chests, then rewind back up to the top before logging out. The third chest is simply on this hill here. This character is in New Canaan at the Old Canaan jumping puzzle. Among other things, it gets me free Jade Runestones each day. The next 3 characters are to allow me to get the open world legendary armor a bit more lazily. I have 1 character parked at a large chest in each of the 3 zones in Soto. The first is in Skywatch Archipelago, located here. The second in Amnatus, located here. This chest will move between these 2 spots each day. The third is in Inner Naos. There's a large chest here that moves around on these floating rocks. By opening these each day, I get near passive income on static charges, pinches of stardust, and calcified gasps. This is just to reduce how many times I have to do the metas later on if I want to make more pieces of the open world Legi armor. So that's it for my parked characters, but again, there is a massive selection of good locations on the webpage that I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about Eternal Ice Shards. Those 3 toons I have parked in Bjora gave me a large income of Eternal Ice, which can turn into a staggering amount of gold. Here's how. What I'm about to show you is not something you do daily, but whenever you want to cash out. This is how I got that huge pile of money that's in my Black Lion delivery box. When you have some to use up, in my case I do it whenever my material storage is overflowing with the Eternal Ice, you can go to the Eye of the North and talk to this guy, Corson. Note, if he's not there, you can add him to the zone by unlocking the Eternal Ice Trader at Lady Camilla. If you don't want to do that, there are also merchants in Bjora that do what I'm about to show you. Kjep can trade in Eternal Ice plus Karma for any Living World Season 4 currency. Buy anything except the Kralkatite ore, that one is worth less. Once you have stacks of Season 4 currency, either save them for projects like the Legendary Vision or the Path of Fire Skyscale, or consume them to turn them into volatile magic, which takes up 0 space because it goes in your wallet. If you have volatile magic from doing this or from the volatile magic gathering tools, or both, go to a Living World Season 4 merchant. You can get one in the Eye of the North right next to the previous guy by unlocking the Hatched Chili Trader from Camilla. Here you can buy shipments. You can check the fast farming volatile magic conversion page to see which one is worth the most, but the trophy shipments are almost always the ones you want. At the time of this video, 1 trophy shipment is about 1.25 gold profit. So you spend a gold to buy the box, spend some volatile, then if you sell everything that's in the box, you will get roughly 2.25 gold on average. These boxes are full of tier 5 and tier 6 trophies, things like bones, fangs, claws, blood, etc. You could save them in your material storage or sell them outright. As you can see from my sell history, I just yeeted a ton of these things onto the TP with no regard and got coin. But you can also use the Mystic Forge recipe to turn the tier 5 into more tier 6 if you want even more money. So, to recap. Each day I do 3 things. Farm my home instance, farm the guild hall nodes, and bounce through my alts opening the treasure chest that they're next to. In total, this process takes me about 12 minutes. It fills my material storage with nearly every currency and material in the game, which adds up in value very fast. Periodically, I see that I'm overflowing on Eternal Ice, and I'll turn that into volatile magic. Whenever I feel like it, sometimes once a month, sometimes more often, I'll turn the volatile magic into a massive stack of gold. That's it. The home and guild hall farming can even be done by low-level characters, but they'll get the most money after they have max-level gathering tools. Note that there are many ways to make gold in this game. Weekly raid clears, daily fractals, challenge modes, strike missions, open world farming, crafting and selling, flipping, farming, etc. But I was inspired to remake this daily routine video to show that you can get more than enough gold to get nearly anything you want in Guild Wars 2 with a few minutes a day and a little bit of knowledge. If you thought the 50 gold to get a sky scale or the 250 gold to get a griffin was too much money before, do this for a few days and you won't ever worry about that again. Hey, you made it to the end. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting like and subscribe to help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Special thanks to our dear patrons who make content like this possible, and if you'd like to become a supporter and get early access to the things I make, and also play obnoxious noises during my streams, there's a link to that down below. If you have any other low effort, high yielding gold tips for new players, please put them in the comments below as well. Happy gaming!